Hey, I'm Tyler. I'm a hunter from Utah. I've been using thermal imaging for about 10 years now. It's pretty crazy. I mean, I can sit on the side of a mountain and I can, not see anything with my naked eye, but I can bring up these, these thermal imagings with, the infrared and all that stuff and be able to find, some game that I didn't know was there. I've been using the Taipan TM256 for about 10 years. I picked this up originally for $576, I think that's what it was. And it's been good. Infiray actually just sent me their T2pro search monocular just to try out. I'm actually really interested to see kind of what it'll do. They say you can see wicked far. It's like 1,300 meters, with clear resolution, and so we'll definitely search into that. So let's kind of get into it. They send you this cool little kind of grip that is supposed to fit the little monocular in the front here with your phone on the back, which this is, and it's kind of cool just because it's so small. This one is pretty big. It's about the size of a scope. But this, and we'll kind of unbox it here too. So this is basically what you would need to pack. I mean, it's in a tiny case. It's pretty protected. It's hard plastic, on the inside with kind of a leather on the outside. But it's way smaller than the Taipan. So it doesn't take up too much room in your pack. But basically this is it. I mean, it's fits in the palm of my hand. And just for comparison, I have my Taipan here as well. So this is the Taipan. It's almost the size of a small scope, but I mean, size difference, there's a big difference. There's a big difference. So the Taipan's bigger, this is way smaller, and so again, we'll look at kind of the difference between the two and the vision and how far it can actually go. But so far, I'm super impressed with how tiny this is. This will take up no room in your pack, right? So super cool. So I'll kind of show you how to throw on the Infiray onto the little grip that they give you. Basically, it's specially designed for this. You slide your camera right into this little front compartment, and it has a little screw that tightens everything down. And then you put your smartphone and you'll download their software and everything. You put your smartphone in the back of it. It comes with a cable. Which honestly is kind of nice as well. The Taipan actually connects via Wi-Fi and kind of Bluetooth. Sometimes that can be finicky, especially when you're on the mountain. You don't want to be messing with that, and so it's pretty awesome that this literally just has a cord that you plug into the camera, you plug into your phone. I downloaded the software obviously before this video, and now that I plug this in, it literally the software pops up. And you hit go, and the camera pops up with the kind of with what it's seeing, and so it's pretty cool so far. And so we'll kind of show you the specs and kind of show you exactly kind of what it looks like when it's in use. After turning on thermal eye, there's going to be 4 buttons on the left-hand side of the screen. On the bottom left is switching palettes. After being turned on, there are 6 different color palettes that you can choose from. The eye indicates the enhancement mode. This is used to suppress the sky when we look at a bird in a tree or in the sky. The other options are red hot, black hot, white hot, iron red, and rainbow. The heat source is displayed in different pseudo colors. It adopts infrared sensitive sensors, so the picture is very sharp and clear. Especially in black hot mode, it is surprisingly clear, just like an old photographic film. Many people are surprised when they see the T2pro for the first time, because its image quality is so good. X-Infrared's palettes have been optimized to prevent light leakage. The screen has little light leakage to make you invisible in the darkness. In particular, there is a new palette color called Ninja. When it is turned on, the mobile phone screen has almost no light leakage, and it can be perfectly invisible in the dark. The next button up on the left hand of the screen is the cross sensor, which can point to the target accurately with the laser. The position of the cross sensor needs to be adjusted to coincide with the laser point. You can adjust the crosshairs to be very accurate, and because of the pixels on the screen, it can be very precise. After adjusting it, you can lock the sensor so that it cannot be moved. The third button up is the heat tracking function, which can track the moving target in real time. You can see that it automatically locks on the target and will follow it as it moves. The quality of the image is so sharp and you can really see the red box following the subject. During the usage, you can turn on the T2pro laser switch and the laser can point at the target. Their thermal eye products also have a powerful zoom function. By pinching the screen, the T2pro can enlarge the object from 2 times to 15 times easily, enlarging the target. Here should we explain the difference between T2 and the T2pro. They both utilize the same software as well as the Infiray high performance sensor. The difference is the T2pro has a 13mm lens while the T2 only has a 9mm lens. Thus, T2pro can help the user see farther, enlarging the target by 45%, while T2 has a large field of view and allows for faster search. The last button is image refresh, which is shutter calibration. This can keep the picture clear. When you want to take photos and videos, it is recommended you refresh in advance to make the image as clear as possible. Sometimes you will hear a slight click, which is the sound of the T2pro correcting the image. When it comes to the right side of the screen, the first button from the bottom is the image capture. The second is the video recording. The photos and videos taken can be viewed in an album by tapping the third button from the bottom, and you can share them to your social media at any time, which is very convenient. Look at the lens of the T2pro. This is an alloy adjustable lens with a high performance infrared chip, so the image is very delicate and clear. The fourth button is the settings button, where you can change things like position, coordinates, speed, weather, and other functions can be set here. Tapping the settings button, we can see the sliding menu. The first is the login button, and you can directly use the verification code to log in. You can check whether the machine is very new. In the settings, you can change from Fahrenheit to Celsius. You can correct the temperature by moving the slider right or left. You can also correct distance. You can turn on and off the shutter. You can rotate the screen 180 degrees, so no matter the orientation of your phone, you can see it right side up. You can turn on and off a mirror setting. The logo button is a watermark button, which can be used to turn off the Infiray in the Infiray image. The next setting that we can change is the system camera, which can generate the visible light camera of the system. This is an interesting hidden function of the T2pro. When you turn the setting on, it allows a window to pop up that shows what the phone's camera actually sees in real time. The next is a temperature switch, and when activated, it can display 3 temperatures: the high temperature, the low temperature, and the average temperature. The next is an automatic shutter function, and the image can be automatically corrected from time to time. The language setting has more than a dozen languages built in. The About button displays answers to common problems in the use of thermal eye, as well as you'll find the software information, product serial number, and other useful information. After using this, you can safely disconnect the camera without changing any settings. Here are the precautions for using extra-infrared. Please download and save them. Thermal eye has a highly sensitive thermal sensor. It is forbidden to look directly at strong thermal light sources such as sunlight or welding, which can burn the chip. Do not expose the product to sunlight or hot objects even when not in use. Keep thermal eye away from hot objects, such as melted iron, electric soldering irons, firewood, and cigarette butts, which can burn the chip. You can expose the thermal camera to household LED indicators, car lights, and other lights around the house because they are not strong thermal lights. Do not wipe the lens with alcohol or chemical cleaning agents. Wipe it gently with a microfiber cloth. Do not disassemble the device. For any questions, please contact the seller.
So there you have it. Super impressed with this tiny monocular. I mean, like I said, this is what it comes in. This is what you would have to pack. Super small. Honestly, I was very, very impressed with the clarity and how far it actually can go. You're not always going to be, within a couple hundred yards of the game that you're looking for. And so, when you're on the side of a mountain and you have some distance between you, this works, which is pretty crazy. And for the price difference as well, this is almost $600 and this is $400. Super impressed with the price. Again, $399 is very doable for something that's going to help you find your game and hopefully find that trophy, right? So again, super impressed with the visibility, the price, and how small it is. It's a pretty cool little thing.